Yes, I am live, baby, live. Hi, I'm Creatively Lisa, inspiring the creative within, and I'm high vibing in today from Long Beach, California. How's everybody doing this beautiful afternoon? I just love the energy. There's just so much going on all the time, and I love the feeling of it. It feels amazing. So, how is your lovely afternoon? I got to thinking today. This month has been just amazing on so many things. I love the fact that can actually experiment and do different things and see what the outcome is and be much more observant on the whole process and everything. And I've been really paying attention to everything that I'm doing, that's going on in my mind and all around me every single day. And what I've noticed is that I'm in a happier place all the way around. So I'm very conscious and very aware. But what I also noticed, and this is huge, is because of that, I'm also manifesting in ways that are just mind blowing. And anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. And so today I again manifested something that I literally didn't even have to leave my house. Somebody came knocking on my door, and I was my wish was answered, so to speak. My wish was granted, and it was extremely powerful. So it got me to thinking about manifesting. And today's title of today's live is You Are Manifesting One Way or Another. It's up to you which. And it can go for you or to the opposite, the judgment of it. It could go against you or not be to what you want. And that's completely up to you. And it makes a big difference. And again, I mentioned before, I've started something new this month. I had a bit of a carfuffle the beginning of the month, financial carfuffle, and I did not allow myself to think in that direction. So I flipped it immediately, and in turn, abundance and manifesting have just been I can't even put words to it. So amazing. And it's literally flipped the opposite in less than 30 days. So it can for you as well, is the point of this. And today in this live, I'm going to go over 3 tips to be aware of to manifest what you want, basically, instead of what you don't want. And it goes both ways. And it's just things to be really conscious of on an ongoing basis. And when you can do that correctly, I say this every time, magic happens. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So paying attention to what's going on in your mind here will make a difference in what's going on here and in here. Because it seems to start with a thought, and then we take it in one direction or another, which produces a feeling. And in turn, because of that feeling, an action is made, whether it's complacency, which is what I kind of did a little bit of a live on yesterday, or a reel on yesterday. Complacency of just like, this is going to happen. So, okay. Again, that's taking it back to your mind, and you're manifesting it in that direction. And you can take it to the opposite as well. So that's what is key. And so many people are speaking what they're thinking, and it's happening. And so you can flip that switch, but it's not easy. You have to be a guard of your mind every single time. Always, you be a guard of your mind. And I had a massive switch in my mindset the beginning of this month, and my business is gone through the roof. And I have my own business. And by the way, if that's something that you've been interested in and you want, or you've been looking for it, post biz in the comments, and or you can go to the link in my bio and you can find a way to contact me, and I'm happy to connect with you, because when you flip it properly, magic happens. And because I've done that, it's really redirected and lined things up for me. And it's possible for anybody when you do this on an ongoing basis. So we're going to go over today the 3 tips to be aware of, 3 things to be aware of to manifest what you want instead of what you don't want. And it works on both sides. So you might as well just, you're putting the intention out there, you're putting it out there, you might as well get what you want back out of it. So let's get started. And first I have to say that number one thing with anything that you're manifesting is it has to come through your soul. So it can't be anything bad in itself. Like you want to manifest, any injury or hurting somebody else or doing anything that's not in alignment with natural nature laws in general. That's out there. That's an obvious. Okay. So the 3 things are your thoughts. So what are you thinking about a situation, about a circumstance? Are you thinking, oh my God, this is so exciting, and you're visualizing positive, amazing things around it? Or, again, I did a live on this the other day. Or are you wondering why it hasn't happened? And you're going down that route. Be very conscious of what you're thinking, because that starts the whole thing. So it's, yay, I've got this amazing idea. I see it manifesting. I'm visualizing it. I'm moving forward with it. And I'm feeling the outcome as if it's already happened. I'm feeling the amazingness of it, the people I'm going to help, the experience, the fun, the excitement, everything about it. I'm feeling it as well. I'm feeling having it, not the other, because that's going to take you in the opposite direction, but feeling having it, already having it, like it's done. It's done. And number 3, your actions accordingly because of that. So if you already know what's happened, it's happening, it's done deal, the so-called checks in the mail, what are you going to do? Your actions are going to be as if it's already done. So you're already moving in that alignment versus complacency and sitting around doing nothing. And that's why people don't succeed, is you don't need motivation, you need inspiration. You have inspiration when you have inspired action, and it pulls you in that direction. So it's your actions that you take. So my actions that I'm taking now is I already know it's done. And now I'm lining everything up accordingly for it to manifest out. And it's literally showing up at my door, literally. And I'm not having to do anything. I do most of my business online, which is amazing. Occasionally meet people out and about, but literally people are showing up at my door and on my internet, but at my door. And that is just profound, because it's actually happening. So if it can happen to me, it can happen to you as well. You just have to be very conscious of what you're putting in and what's going in your mind and what you're thinking, feeling, and your actions that you're taking. And when you do that, you will see how quickly things can manifest. And I have to put this preface on this too, because it makes a big difference. If you are surrounding yourself with naysayers and people that are negative, complainers, they're a victim at all times, and they're not cheering you on and saying you can do anything and everything, then you need to not be around them anymore, because they're not serving you in any manner whatsoever. And if you are concerned about it, then don't tell them your ideas. Don't tell them what you're doing. It may not be to your benefit. Wait till it starts manifesting. And I always say, make it to where, make sure your cake's in the oven and almost done, and moving in that direction before you even mention it to anybody, because you're a lot further along on your path, and you're a lot less likely to listen to other people that are less successful than you, or doing less than you, that you're around, because they're not helping you. They're not helping themselves. They're not helping you. So With that said, I'm going to go over them again. And just to lock it in, write it down, because if you do this on a day-to-day basis, literally write it on your hand even. Oh, and make that. I think about this all the time, and so I'm constantly aware of what's going on in here. And I'll go, oh, it's messing with my millions. Nope. And I literally will either get off topic altogether or think the exact opposite. Hey, that's only fueling the fire of manifestation when you do that, and it's bringing you up, which is ultimately the goal. Okay, so we're going to go over 3 tips, 3 things to do, 3 tips to be aware of when you want to manifest what you want. So 3 tips to be aware of to manifest what you want. Number 1, your thoughts. Be very conscious of what you're thinking at all times and what thoughts you allow in. Number 2, your feelings. Once you think it, what you're feeling, and go, and really feel into it and just anchor that in, the positiveness of it. Again, to the opposite, don't do the other. Really make it a positive feeling about the situation no matter what. And 3, your actions that you're taking to move you forward in that, acting as if it's already done, checks in the mail, and you're ready to roll. When you do that consistently, it's going to be like a rocket ship right to you, and you will manifest magically. Keep that in mind. Okay? So, with that, I'm going to go enjoy the afternoon. And I want you to go do the same. Remember, always create something magnificent with everything you think and do. Mwah. Have a beautiful afternoon. Have a beautiful day. And I will see you on the next live. This is Creatively Lisa. And if this has brought value to you in any manner whatsoever, please like it, share it, and save it so you have the tips at all time. And share it with a friend. I will see you on the next live.